What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. And you guys see this smile? This is because the stock market is finally showing some signs of life. The Dow Jones today up 550 points, the S&P up about 60 points, and the Nasdaq is up about 300 points on the day. So 2 to 3% moves in all the major indexes, which means a lot of money was made today, which means a lot of stocks were being bought today, pushing up the price of those stocks. So a lot of people were able to make money back from all the money that was lost over the past 10 to 14 days, which were absolutely ridiculously red days. So now that the market is showing signs of life, this is a very good opportunity, in my personal opinion, to take a look at some of the big name, stocks that we're going to talk about in this video as potential swing trades, right? And we're going to talk about what swing trades I personally made in this video, as well as one day trade, as well as two stocks that I ended up buying more for my long-term portfolio. So we're going to talk about all of those different things, as well as just a brief market update, talking about the Dow Jones, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. And we're also going to go over what other stocks I'm watching and looking to trade for the rest of this week. So for those of you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Stas, and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and my personal philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So for those of you guys that want to learn more about that, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and join our Discord group chat as well as our Facebook group, and follow me on Instagram. All of those are linked down below in the description box. And if you guys want to keep in touch with me throughout the market, I highly advise to you to join that Discord group, because we're always talking in there throughout the day about stocks, trading, stock news, stock trading strategies, and networking with the entire group on a day-to-day basis. And you can shoot me a DM on there if you want to talk to me personally. Whatever you guys want to do, that's the best way to get in touch with me. So get in there. Links are down below in the description. I'll see you guys in there. So let's start off this video with talking about the Dow Jones, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. So Dow Jones, like I said, up 550 points today, up about 2%. And, this is playing out exactly like we wanted it to play. So we obviously saw the massive sell-off over the past couple of weeks. And what I was waiting for in particular, and what I've been talking about over the past couple of videos, is that I'm waiting for a couple of days of consolidation and eventually for the push out of this downwards trending channel that we've been in over the past couple of weeks, right? So we've been downtrending. We saw that consolidation phase, and now we're in that reversal breakout of the channel phase. As of now, we obviously saw the Dow Jones. It broke out of the 180 SMA, the EMA, and now it's going to test the next resistance point being at this 50-day SMA level. So, the reversal process is pending right now, guys. It's in the middle of reversing. So this is a very good sign for the major markets and the large cap stocks that are out there. So let's talk about the Nasdaq very quickly before getting into the S&P. So very similar to the Dow Jones, guys. This one's out of the downwards trending channel. We see it was getting rejected by the EMA. We saw a couple of days of consolidation, very solid consolidation here, and now we're seeing some upwards push, strong upwards push above the EMA, above the 50 SMA, and now we're going to test the 180 SMA as our next resistance point. So all things are looking very fantastic for the Nasdaq as well as the Dow Jones. Now if we look over here to the S&P 500, guys, same thing. Downwards trend, consolidation, and now we're breaking out of the EMA with our next resistance point being at the 180 SMA. So the major markets are looking fantastic. We're looking like we're reversing finally, which means that there's a lot of open opportunities out there for these big name stocks like AMD, Apple, Netflix. Netflix actually just recorded their earnings, and their stock is actually up 6.5% after market hours. Just got that notification on my phone from the Robinhood app. Google, Amazon, Boeing, Square, these are all big name stocks that do have opportunity for this week. So now let's talk about what trades I personally took today. So the day trade that I made today was in LABU. So LABU is an inverse ETF. This is a biotechnology ETF. And whenever this index SPSIBI, the S&P Biotechnology Select Industry Index, goes up in price, LABU is going up in price as well. So we see the massive shoot up today in this S&P Biotechnology Index, up 5%, up about $358. And this is obviously due to the markets being overall green today. Whenever the markets are green, typically these ETFs that trade based upon indexes go up as well, because this index is comprised of many biotechnology stocks, and when the market is overall green, right, the stocks that are in this index usually are mostly green as well, right? That's how things typically work for the most part, right? There's obviously some other cases out there, but if the markets are overall green, these indexes are mostly going to go up in price, right? So we saw LABU have an absolutely killer day today, up 15%, up $10. And now let's talk about where I got in to LABU. So LABU, guys, I noticed that this was on a ridiculous bull run early on. We noticed it opened up here, was kind of consolidating early market hours. And then we saw the bounce on the EMA, then the sharp push up here. Then we noticed a consolidation, a little pullback, and then a bounce on the 50 SMA, and it continued to push up. And I ended up taking my position at 67.80 as we broke above this resistance point right here. So when we broke above this resistance point here, I took a position here, 67.80, held through this, bounced up here again. And from there, I pretty much rode it all the way until we saw this pullback, this break below the 50 SMA, and then I ended up taking my profits at about $72.60. I talked about this on my Instagram story as well as in the Discord group chat, and this ended up being a 7 to 8% day trade in LABU. And in terms of percentage wise, right, this was my biggest trade today, about 7% in LABU. So that's the one day trade I ended up taking today. And obviously we saw this one still on the ridiculous bull run, even all the way till the end of the market. So I am looking to re-enter into LABU, but I just wanted to take my profits off the board just in case we see a sell-off tomorrow morning in the markets due to the big green day that we saw today. So I'm just playing it safe with LABU because I was already up a ton on the particular position. So another stock, or the two swing trades that I took today, one was in Boeing, and I really liked Boeing's pattern. In yesterday's video, I was talking about I really liked how Boeing was holding above the 180 SMA, and what I wanted to see was a break above the EMA line before taking a position. And obviously, since the markets were green today, I took a position because that's exactly what ended up happening. Boeing ended up holding nicely on the 180 SMA, even pre-market hours. Then we started to shoot up, broke above the EMA line, and then I took an initial stake in Boeing, ticker symbol BA, as a swing trade. And I'm still holding on to these shares, guys. I pretty much got in, I didn't get in really early today because I wanted to see how the markets were going to play off, right? That's the same thing I did with LABU. I wanted to see if the markets were going to be pointing up today or pointing down before getting into swing trades / day trades. So I waited until the bounce here and the push up on Boeing before getting into this one. So I got in right at about $363-ish, right at this consolidation point here, and I'm still holding these shares, still feel very comfortable holding these shares for a couple of days and adding more money as time goes on, because I really preach slowly scaling into your swing positions. Don't just hop in right away with your lump sum of money. Just slowly scale into your position with $500 increments, for example, if you're looking to take a $3,000 position. This way you can mitigate your risk if the stock doesn't end up going your way. So Boeing is the one swing trade that I ended up taking today. This is one of them, holding this one overnight for the next couple of days. And the second one is in Square, ticker symbol SQ. And SQ, guys, very similar pattern to Boeing. Obviously saw a massive hit from 100 all the way down to about $70, the consolidation phase, and all I was waiting for was the break above the EMA, and that's exactly what we ended up getting today. So Same with Boeing and same with LABU. I waited a couple hours, well, about 2 hours before entering this position, and I got in right at about 76-ish dollars, right as it broke above the 50 SMA, or not the 50, the 180 SMA. And, as it was holding above the EMA line, I got in here, and I'm still holding on to those shares. I'm up a pretty decent amount on the shares already, up about 6%. So, very comfortable holding SQ and BA overnight as long as the markets continue to push back up in price. I'm very excited to see how the markets are going to end up playing out tomorrow. Are we going to sell off a little bit, which is going to offer some more buying opportunity, or are we just going to continue to push up at a strong pace like we did today, gaining 2%? So let me know down below in the comments section, what do you guys think is going to happen tomorrow and for the rest of the day? So Boeing and Square are the two swing trades. LABU is the one-day trade. So that's pretty much all I did in terms of trading today. I also added a couple more shares of Facebook and a couple of more shares of Alibaba onto my long-term portfolio, because for those of you guys that have been watching my videos, I've been in Facebook for the past couple of months since we saw that initial drop from 220 all the way down to about 170. I got in at about 170, got in again at about 180-ish, bought more at about 175, and my average cost was at about 176 before I bought a couple of more shares today at about $155-ish, 156. I believe I bought a couple more shares today, and that brought my cost down a bunch, actually, now down into the 160s. So I want to build a very strong position in Facebook because I believe that this company is going to be massive in the next 3 to 5 years. That's my personal belief. And, every buying opportunity that I get in Facebook, especially at low prices like this, I'm going to be taking it. So now I'm going to be waiting for, if Facebook ends up pushing down more, I'm going to buy more shares. But for now, I'm just going to be sitting on this Facebook positions, not really looking to buy, or this Facebook position, not really looking to buy any more shares until we see a drastic move in the stock. So another one I bought more shares in today was Alibaba, and Alibaba was one that I started buying in at about 170, bought a little bit more at 160, and then I saw, the Chinese markets have been selling off heavily. We saw the big drop to 130, and I just ended up buying a couple more shares today at about $146, bringing my cost basis down to about $163-ish on Alibaba. And again, this is a 3 to 5 to 10 year position that I want to hold on to. In the Chinese stock market, guys, it's down about 50% over the past couple of months. So I believe it's really undervalued right now, and especially Alibaba, that has so many different businesses under its umbrella, that's doing so many different things out there in the market. I can't pass up on Alibaba shares at this low, and I am planning on continuing buying if the stock ends up shooting down, even farther down, guys. So that's what I'm doing in terms of Alibaba and Facebook. So like I said, guys, a lot of movement today in my portfolios across all my accounts. A lot of stocks were coming in, a lot of stocks were going out, and that's just what happened today, guys. Very active day for me in the markets. Let me know what you guys were doing down below in the description or in the comments section. So some other stocks that I'm watching, and let's talk about Netflix really quickly because they just reported earnings, guys. And look how much this stock shot up. I believe their earnings per share beat analysts by about 30%. Don't quote me on that because I just really quickly read the article right before recording this video. But I think that is what happened. And we're seeing the shares, they hit all the way up to $405, guys. And that's ridiculous. Holy crap. Imagine just getting in Netflix as a little overnight swing. If you're playing earnings, you would be up 15 or about 12% on your position right now. So to be honest, guys, I'm not going to be watching Netflix anymore due to the massive spike it already took. So I do expect some profit taking tomorrow in Netflix. So I'm pretty much not going to be looking at that. But if we look here at Tesla, guys, this is one that is showing a very strong sign of a reversal right now. We talked about the consolidation point here. It broke above the EMA. Now it's breaking above the 50 SMA. So this one is looking very good. I do expect a little pullback possibly tomorrow or the next day. in Tesla, and that's when that's when I'm thinking about ending up taking a position in Tesla. So we saw a solid move today from Apple as well, ticker symbol AAPL, up about $5, up about 2.2% on the day, and we noticed that it's still having trouble breaking out of this downwards trending channel here. We noticed that drawn out here by this trend line, and what I want to see it do before I do consider taking a swing position on Apple is see it break out of this channel here, and it's looking like if it's able to break out of the 222 resistance, out of the 180 SMA and the 50 SMA, and start to shoot up this way, this one does offer some nice potential for profit of about 5% up until the previous resistance point at about 233. So that's what I'm looking at in terms of Apple. AMD, very strong move today as well, up 7%, up $1.92. And if this one's able to break out of the 180 SMA, this could potentially be a very nice swing trade as well. So that's pretty much all of the different stocks that I'm watching, guys, and all the different trades that I made today. Oh, another one that I want to talk about very quickly is WTI, because we've been talking about this one a bunch in my Discord group. So this one is looking very good, guys, in terms of the pattern. Nice bounce on the 180 SMA. Nice push up above the EMA line here, and the RSI levels are still showing that there is some room to move up towards the 70 level, which is the overbought level. So that is why I do think that WTI still has room to push up, and we notice that now it's holding above the EMA, and this is a very good sign, guys. And we're noticing that, like I said, the RSI level still has some room to run. So I do see this one running to about 875-ish if it's able to break above this 50 SMA, possibly even more. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one as a potential swing trade, and I'm going to set an alert at about $8.30 for now to see if it's able to break out of that tomorrow, and then I'll potentially take a position from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to. Join our Discord group as well as our Facebook group. All of those are linked down below in the description box. I hope you guys had a great day today trading in the markets, investing. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.